I heard you say the other day we were on a call with someone, and you said, you know, Jesus called us to be witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the uttermost. And you said, I think about if a father had 4 kids and he was really good to 3 of them, would we call him a good father? And that statement really hit me, because we have to see the unreached reached, to be obedient to what Jesus told us. And we have to reach our communities. We have to reach our region. We have to reach those nearby that are outside of the church or have not encountered the love of Christ. But we have to reach these unreached nations.
Perfect. See, that wasn't bad.
This series that we're creating is about the table, like Come to the Table series. We know that Jesus has a table prepared for every tribe, nation, tongue, and just think about if you didn't know you were invited to the party. Like, you are invited, your name is there, your language, your robe is there, but you don't know that you've been invited, and that's kind of, when we think about the unreached, no one told them that they have an invitation, and it's just like, there's their seat.
Almond. This
In
Arabic.
French, that means
Almond.
They don't really
Every
eat
day.
banana bread, but you know, chai of the 2 gazelles.
Yeah, good job.
This
You can
is
show
the
the
best.
this side.
And there's always a fight between the neighbors about where to get them in.
Every conversation of substance I've had in the Middle East, I've been holding a cup of tea in my hand. We were taught to go start and lead churches. That's kind of what our mentality was when we went to Kurdistan.
Yeah, we thought would
And
be a
then when we
success
s-
if we can lead some churches.
And then we saw you living out your faith and the impact that you had on the Kurdish population and how they received you. They received the gospel that you were preaching. They would argue with us about the same gospel, but they would ask you a question about it. They wanted to hear, hey, wait, there's something, like when they saw that, that you were a national, you were a native, you were indigenous.
I'm glad that people who lived the Christian life came and shared the gospel. When you see people who say they're Christian and they don't live different than others, I don't know if that will be appealing to me, and I think for many people.
Watching you live out your faith, it made me realize raising up diakos all around the world, that's what I want to give my life to.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I pray. I say, Lord, give us a diaco in Egypt. Lord, give us a diaco in Sudan. Lord, give us a diaco, wherever we are. Lord, give us diakos here. Give us these nationals that have a revelation of Jesus, that'll live for it. And dude, you changed our life. You changed
my life.
And I think it's amazing now we get to do this together, man. We get to go and
Full circle.
do it all around the world, man. So Dan, I want you to tell me about your time in Nepal. I'm joking.
I was like, why are your hands like this?
Josh, I want to show you this video. And this is a young man who was recently saved. And so they went up to the roof and he climbed inside this water tank. This is also their drinking water. So
Let's
show
check
that.
it out. I haven't seen this before. I'm excited.
You're going to love it.
Oh man, he confessed Jesus. That is amazing. So what's cool is this story, there's 5 things like this happening every day through this ministry. And this is a result of people group adoption, people giving, people interceding for an unreached group. And then we see the result of it, of this young, sweet missionary baptizing his friend on a rooftop in a water tank in the mountains of Nepal.
Hello, this is Patty.
Hi, Patty. It's Bevan. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I have a couple updates from some of your people groups. There's 2 churches there among that people group, and there's 40 believers now.
Okay.
I tell you, there's been a church planted in the last 3 months because of your adoption. There's been a missionary sent, and there's been 6 people enter into the eternal kingdom of God because of your partnership. I get all worked up. Sorry, guys. I get emotional, man.
So today we sat around the table, we had mealtime conversations talking about God's work among the unreached people groups. And kind of the vision behind today really was that God has prepared this beautiful table and He's invited every person from every tribe and language and nation. But there's so many empty seats, and it's nations. There's people that don't know that they have an invitation to the table yet.
Yeah, it's these unreached groups that have no access to the gospel unless you give God your yes. And so we're inviting you into partnership. We're asking you to go to ames.org and adopt a people group or sponsor a holistic project and get behind this work. So we look forward to partnering with you to gather the nations around God's table.